Hey boys and girls, Nick Johnson here from Majic 95.9. Big game this past week for the High State Buckeyes, getting back on track after their loss to Wisconsin. It's tough because there's not much you can learn from a game like that because it is such a blowout so early on in the game. Terrell Pryor looked good, but he's looked good against lesser opponents all year long, i.e. Marshall, Purdue, and Indiana. So you really don't learn much from this game. You did learn a little bit from the rush defense. They are playing a lot better now, and Cam Hayward's playing with a little more attitude, which you like to see after a win. You hate to see these seniors go out coming in winning 5 straight Big Ten championships, not to get number 6. So for this group, it's really important. Breaking news, though, happening this week. Etienne Sabino, the junior former number 1 linebacking prospect, has had his red shirt burned. He no longer will be redshirting this year. He will be playing the rest of the year, but the coaching staff has to look at this as a mistake to even try and redshirt him at this point. A lot due to the fact because of the poor special teams play, and he was an integral part of that special teams unit last year. Now, the NBA kicked off last night with the Miami Heat facing the Boston Celtics in the very first game of the NBA regular season. LeBron James versus the Big Three out in Boston. Boston coming out strong. Rajon Rondo. This is his team. Everyone talks about the Big Three with Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Ray Allen. This is Rondo's team last night. He showed it off in a big way. 17 assists for the young point guard. In my opinion, the second best point guard in the league. Everyone wants to talk about Chris Paul and Derrick Rose. I'll take Rajon Rondo above both of those guys, with Deron Williams obviously is the best player in the NBA right now. And really you have to look at what Boston did and what Boston did well. They're a great defensive team, and they have plenty of size inside. You need at least 2 quality big men in order to win in the playoffs. And when you can go 3 deep at center with Shaquille O'Neal, who's not going to play very much, he'll get 18 to 20 minutes a night. You also got Glenn Big Baby Davis. And coming off the bench, Jermaine O'Neal. Those are 3 veteran guys who know how to play solid defense, and that's going to take the Celtics as far as they want to go this year. Now, the Los Angeles Lakers get a big win last night as Kobe Bryant, Pau Gasol, both 20-plus last night during the ballgame. Ron Artest, solid defense as always, and they win on ring ceremony night. So a big win last night for the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, another story that you're going to hear talk about tonight, the Cleveland Cavaliers making their regular season debut. We'll have to see what the Cavs do. There's been some talk about who's going to start at the 4, whether it's going to be Anton Jamison or J.J. Hickson. I got to say you go with Hickson because before that Anton Jamison trade last year, J.J. Hickson was just starting to come into his own, just starting to put up big numbers. They could potentially be in the playoffs this year. It's not as bad as Cleveland fans say it is right now. Obviously, you're not at the same level you were when you had LeBron. However, J.J. Hickson is still a very talented young player, and he really can play well enough to get the Cavs in the playoffs. The Eastern Conference is not very good this year. I think seeds 7 and 8 are both going to have sub-500 records. So if you're looking at 36 to 38 wins, that could be a playoff team this year. The World Series gets underway tonight. Cliff Lee versus Tim Lincecum. It'll be a great series. I'm taking the Rangers in 6. They just have too much offense. If Elvis Andrus can get their offense going, I don't think there's a team in baseball better than the Rangers. Now, everyone wants to talk about, well, this will be a boring World Series. Not for me. I love baseball. Can't get enough of it. I was glad to see my Reds get in there. But if you can win over 162 games and then prove it in the playoffs, you deserve to be a champion. I don't care if you got the Kansas City Royals vying for a World Series title, which I don't think we'll see anytime soon with the way that franchise has been run. But Cliff Lee, Tim Lincecum tonight, taking the Rangers in 6. Too much offense in the end for the Giants to contend with. All right, guys, the end of the show, you know what that means. Time for your question of the day. A good friend of mine came to me with a great question, so I got to reiterate that and see what you guys think. Which pro athlete do you view with more reverence? Tiger Woods, whose sex scandal has become legendary. Absolutely. If even half of it's true, the guy is just a scumbag, no question about it. Or Ben Roethlisberger. And you know, this was an interesting question to me. Personally, I got to go with Roethlisberger because Tiger Woods cheated on his wife. Not something that I agree with necessarily, but Tiger Woods cheated on his wife. That's a marital infidelity. What Ben Roethlisberger did allegedly broke the law. And it's the law of humanity besides the laws written down for the cities and states. So who do you view with more reverence? Is it Tiger Woods or is it Big Ben? for what they did. I want you Cleveland fans out there to try and be as biased as humanly possible because I know all you guys hate Roethlisberger with a passion that's unlike anything else. So just let me know. Stay tuned for our Magic Game of the Week coming up this Friday. We'll have Mohawk as they try and win an outright league title, traveling to Cary as the Blue Devils try and get a share of that as Cary comes in with just one league loss. Mohawk looking to cap off an undefeated league season. Game will start at 7:30. I will have the play-by-play for that. Kirk Richards will be the analyst. We'll see you then.